Good day, learners of the English Language 3. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to use different kinds of sentences in a dialogue, such as declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative. Moreover, in this lesson, you will learn concepts and do practice activities that will help you to do the following. First, define what declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative sentences are. Second, identify a declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative sentences. Third, use appropriate punctuation marks such as period, comma, question mark, and exclamation point for declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative sentences. And the last one is write or construct declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative sentences. In this video, we will focus first in Lesson 1, the declarative and interrogative sentences. Last time, you have studied on distinguishing or identifying a sentence from a non-sentence. Can you still remember the description of a sentence and a non-sentence or a phrase? In this activity, you're going to draw a happy face before a sentence and a sad face before a non-sentence. Let's go! Number 1. A happy dog. Is that a sentence or a non-sentence? Very good. That is a non-sentence. Number 2. Children play outside. Is that a sentence or a non-sentence? Excellent. That is a sentence. Number 3. Reading broadens a child's imagination. Is that a sentence or a non-sentence? Great! That is a sentence. Number 4. At the playground. Is that a sentence or a non-sentence? Marvelous! That is a non-sentence. And last, number 5. Carlo helps his parents at home. Is that a sentence or a non-sentence? That's good. That is a sentence. In today's lesson, you will find out the use of declarative and interrogative sentences in communicating your ideas. But before that, let me ask this question to you. What do you remember or comes in your mind on Mother's Day? Yes, this is the day where we celebrate the importance of our mothers in our lives. This is a payback time for what our mother did to us. This is also a time to give thanks for everything she sacrifices for us. Before we move on to our lesson, let us identify first the meaning of the underlined word in each sentence. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Mother always prepares the complete meal for the family. What do you mean by meal? Is it A, food, B, dessert, or C, breakfast? Very good. That is food. Number 2. Nilo orders a bucket of fried chicken for lunch. What do you mean by fried? Is it A, cooked in cold oil, B, cooked in boiling water, or C, cooked in hot oil? That's good. That is letter C, cooked in hot oil. Number 3. The family arrives home late due to heavy traffic, so they eat dinner late too. When do we take dinner? Is it A, taken in the morning, B, taken in the afternoon, or C, taken in the evening? Great! It is letter C, taken in the evening. I will going to read a short passage about a family who are busy preparing for the celebration of Mother's Day. Please notice the sentences used in the conversation or the characters in the passage. A dinner for mother. It is Mother's Day. The family is in the kitchen. Kyla wants to prepare a special dinner for the family. Who will help me? Asks Kyla. I will cut and fry the meat, says father. I will wash and cook the rice and fish, says Carlo. What about you, Ida? Kyla asks. What will you do? I will clean the table after the meal, Ida answers. After the meal, Kyla and Carlo give some flowers for their mother. Thank you, says mother. She gives them a big hug. Now, let us answer some questions about the passage that we have read. Number 1. Who are in the kitchen? Very good. Father, Kyla, Carlo, and Ida are in the kitchen. Number 2. Why does Kyla want a special dinner for the family? Excellent. Kyla wants a special dinner for the family because it is Mother's Day. Number 3. Who helps her prepare the foods? Great! Father and Carlo help her prepare the foods. Number 4. How does mother feel about it? Marvelous! Mother feels happy about the dinner. Number 5. If you were Kyla, would you do the same? Yes. Then why? That's good because it makes our mother happy. For our skill development, let's see if you still remember the dialogues of the characters in our passage. Number 1. What sentences do Father, Carlo, and Ida use in telling Kyla their desire to help and cooperate? Father says, I will cut and fry the meat. How about Carlo? Carlo says, I will wash and cook the rice and fish. And how about Ida? Ida says, I will clean the table after meal. Number 2. What sentences does Kyla use in asking other family members to help her? Kyla asks, who will help me? And Kyla asks Ida, what about you, Ida? What will you do? Number 3. Which sentence does mother say to express her gratitude to the family? Mother says, thank you. The characters of the story make use of two different kinds of sentences, which are declarative and interrogative sentences, to express themselves and communicate with the members of the family. A declarative sentence tells something, while an interrogative sentence asks something. Going back to the story, which are declarative and interrogative sentences? Father, Carlo, and Ida use declarative sentences in telling Kyla their desire to help and cooperate, and Mother's gratitude for the family is also said in the form of a declarative sentence. Now, what punctuation mark is common at the end of their sentences? Very good. A punctuation mark that is common at the end of their sentences is a period. Likewise, Kyla asks other members of the family to help her. She makes use of interrogative sentences in asking questions. This time, what punctuation mark is used at the end of her questions? Great! Kyla used a question mark in her sentences. The period at the end of each telling sentence needs a low tone of voice, while the question mark at the end of each asking sentence requires a high pitch or a high tone of voice. The correct tone of the voice in saying or reading a sentence also expresses the exact meaning of the sentence. This time, let us try if you really understand our lesson. In this activity, you are going to read the dialogue. Use a period at the end of the declarative sentence and a question mark after an interrogative sentence. Number 1. What are you doing, Sonny? What punctuation mark are we going to use? Very good. We will use a question mark. Number 2. I am making a sandwich. What punctuation mark are we going to use? Great! We will use a period. Number 3. Where is the bread? What punctuation mark is best for this sentence? That's good. We will use a question mark. Number 4. It is on the table. What punctuation mark is best for this sentence? Excellent. We will use a period. Number 5. Who is going to make the fruit juice? Anyway, I can do it later. What punctuation marks are we going to use? Very good. We will use a question mark in the first sentence and a period in the second sentence. In this topic, you have learned to use declarative and interrogative sentences. Always remember, declarative sentence tells something. It is also called a telling sentence. It ends in period. Example, Mr. Cruz's family is living at Barangay Tumana, Marikina City. An interrogative sentence asks question. It also called an asking sentence. It ends in question mark. Example, who is going to make a cake? Declarative and interrogative sentences are both used to communicate or express one's ideas, emotions, or feelings. Declarative is different from interrogative in terms of its punctuation marks to be used at the end and the tone of voice in saying the sentence. Declarative usually ends in period and needs only to be said in a low tone of voice, while interrogative sentences use a question mark at the end and sometimes require the high pitch or tone of voice to be understood correctly. And for our assessment, use 3 declarative and 2 interrogative sentences to complete the lines in the dialogue. Use the appropriate punctuation mark at the end of each sentence. Scene number 1. It is the first day of classes. Joshua is a transferee at H. Bautista Elementary School. Joshua meets Gino. What do you think these two boys are talking about? Joshua asks Gino, what is your name? And Gino answers, hello, I am Gino. Scene 2. Recess time. Gino and Joshua are about to buy their snacks. Their teacher tells them to fall in line. Their teacher says, kids, make sure you fall in line in going to the canteen. Gino asks Joshua, what are you going to buy, Joshua? And Joshua answers, I will buy biscuits and water. And for the additional activities, you are going to use both declarative and interrogative sentences in telling something about each picture. Picture number 1. For declarative sentence. Very good. Always wear a face mask when you are going outside. And how about for interrogative sentence? Excellent. What will you wear if you will go outside? Picture number 2. For declarative sentence. Great! The boy offers his seat to the old woman. And how about for interrogative sentence? That's good. What did the boy do? Picture number 3. For declarative sentence. Very good. The boy lies on the bed and he is sick. How about for interrogative sentence? Great! Why the boy is sick? And that's all for today. I hope you've learned a lot from this video. Thank you for watching. Bye!